A delegation from the UK Intellectual Property Office visited Hong Kong in mid-June, and Casbah organized a meeting for member companies with Dr. Roz Lynch, the Director of Copyright and Enforcement. We spoke with Dr. Lynch about current issues in copyright policy and enforcement. Is there a need for fundamental change to copyright law?
I think copyright law is still doing what it's supposed to do, and that's finding a reasonable balance between ensuring that creators are remunerated for their work and giving consumers access to good quality content. I think the problem we've had is we've made the aspects of the law very specific to a particular time, and we need to be able to draft a law in such a way that it could actually deal with future developments, because technology will always change and the legislation will always be behind and always trying to catch up. So we need to find a way that we can draft in a very technology neutral way.
How did the UK's current enforcement regime come about? Did it begin as a government initiative or as actions taken by rights holders?
I think it's a combination of both. The UK government sees IP as incredibly important to the UK economy. Therefore, there's no point focusing on IP and innovation if you're not going to protect it. So on the one hand, the government had a driver because it wanted to protect the investment in IP. It wants people to continue to create IP. On the other hand, we have the rights holders saying there are issues here for us. We are suffering. Creative industries is one of the success stories for the UK government. Therefore, you need to work with us to try to address this problem. So it's a combination of both.
For governments with little experience in taking enforcement action, what is the best first step they can take to begin addressing the issue?
So start with evidence, and to get the evidence you need to work with the relevant rights holders, relevant people involved in it. They have to take the initiative. They have to come and they have to say, these are my rights, this is who I've licensed, these people I've not licensed, this is creating a problem for me, I need you to help me and I need to work with you on that. Once you understand what the problem is, then you need to work together jointly on finding a solution. I'm not one of those people that say the UK have done everything brilliantly and therefore everyone else should copy us. But there are things that you can learn from what we've done. There are things we can learn from what other countries have done. So I think it's important to also draw on experiences elsewhere so you're not reinventing the wheel.
What role should internet service providers play in preventing mass infringement?
If they're informed of infringement, they should move expeditiously to deal with that and address the problem. The platforms have technology and they have the capability to develop technology where rights holders don't have. Again, that's something that they need to use to support rights holders. We don't accept a general monitoring, but we do believe that the platforms have a responsibility to work with the rights holders to make sure that they also help to protect the rights.
Should consumers of infringing media be held accountable for violating copyright?
I absolutely agree that if you're infringing copyright, you're infringing copyright. It doesn't matter, whether you're a consumer in the home or otherwise. You are infringing copyright. But I think we need to be proportionate and we need to recognize that victimizing a young person in their bedroom is probably not the place to start. We start from the basis that we go after commercial scale infringement, because that's what's most damaging to the industries, those people who are doing it for financial gain. That's money that should have been going to the creators. I think the problem for consumers is consumers don't always know what's legal and what's illegal. So we have a responsibility to educate people, to help them understand what's right and what's wrong, but also to provide them with legitimate alternatives.